Hello friends, welcome to the new video. Today we will be going to see the last portion, element 4, and without any wastage of time, let us start the video. Today we will be going to see the health and safety monitoring and measuring, and we will see what are the important questions which you can expect. We have active and reactive monitoring section. We have investigating, recording and reporting of incidents, which is very important, and you can expect questions from the accident or incident scenarios. Health and safety auditing is there, and finally reviewing of health and safety performance. So coming to questions, we have the introduction to active and reactive monitoring terms. What is active monitoring terms, reactive monitoring terms, the examples. It's possibly in exam they may ask you about the examples for the active monitoring or the examples for the reactive monitoring based on the scenarios. If any accidents happens or any situations they may put in front of you, and they may ask you to sort out the active to sort out or to suggest about the active or reactive monitoring. Similarly, we have systematic inspections. Similarly, uh, we have different active monitoring methods like safety inspection, sampling, tours, and surveys are there. So they you may get an question about the safety inspections, about the safety sampling, safety tour. It is important to know about these topics. Similarly, you may be asked what are the factors to be considered or the arrangements to be done for the workplace inspections. You can expect a question. Similarly, there are the chances of asking the questions about the factors when determining the frequency of inspection. Before doing any inspection, what all factors you have to consider for determining the frequency of inspection. So you can consider that section also. Then if you say reactive monitoring, we have the formulas, the chances are less. Then we have another very important, investigating of incidents, introduction to investigation of incidents. So it is very important, reasons for investigating the incidents, why we shall investigate the accidents, the incidents, very important. These points you have to study, friends, because for most of the scenarios you can write down these points. So it is very important. Just don't forget to check this one, reasons for investigating the incidents, the near misses, whatever is there. These reasons you have to know. Similarly, we have the definition for the accident, near miss, dangerous occurrences. They can ask you the question in the form of to tell the difference between your workforce, or to the committee, to the health and safety committee, about what is the difference between an accident, between a near miss, right? You can get a scenario question like that. So it's possible. And then we have reasons for investigating incidents. We've seen what are the benefit or the purpose of reporting incidents. They can ask you what are the reasons for reporting incidents, what are the reasons for investigating an incidents. You can uh, get a question. Similarly, what are the different basic investigation procedures? Like you may face a scenario question where your company encountered an accident, and they ask you to investigate this accident. So you have to explain about the procedures, how you will be going to do this investigation procedure. So you have to write, right, gathering the information, similarly analyzing the information, all the points you have to write. Then you may also expect a question like what all information need to be included on an accident investigation checklist. So maybe in a scenario where you will be guiding your juniors in the junior safety team or your safety team to make a investigation checklist. So there will be question what all contents to be included. So you must know that. Similarly, you may be asked about the good witness interview techniques. So you have to know about that. Similarly, so this is very important. Similarly, you may be asked the typical contents of an accident investigation report, which is very important. What are the contents there in the accident investigation reports? It's very important. It is always important even when you work outside in a company. So this is the main topics which you can expect from this side. Similarly, you may be asked sometimes about the barriers of reporting, like why workers are not reporting the incidents in your company. So what are the different barriers? These barrier questions you may be asked, like excessive paperwork, taking too much time, blame culture. Similarly, there is no proper commitment from the management, no reporting system in place, unclear organization policies, which you can expect as a question. Then we will be seeing what else is there. We have the audit section. Before audit, we move. Yeah, sometimes they can ask what are the lessons which you learn from normally from the incident reportings and all from the investigation. What is the lessons you learned? You have to talk about the patterns, the trends which helps in uh, during the investigation of the accidents. So this is okay. Then auditing, health and safety auditing. What is health and safety auditing? You must know scope and purpose of auditing. Then what is the auditing purpose? What are the key elements in the audit? During the audit, what all are the documentations? What are the different steps, methods to gather information during the audit, like the paperwork, the interviews, direct observation? You have to talk about that. Then what all areas need to be covered during the time of audit? You may be given a scenario where your company is going to do the audit, so you have to suggest them what all areas need to be covered, like health, what all informations to be examined during the audit, like health and safety policies, risk assessments, training records, minutes of safety committee, inspection reports, emergency arrangements, records of worker complaints, records of health and safety monitoring activities, everything you have to mention. Then difference between the external audit, internal audit. There might be a scenario where your company will be only doing the internal audit, and you wanted to do the external audit for your company, but you have to prove what is the advantages of external audit, what is the disadvantages of internal audit. So for that, it is very important to know the difference. The tabular column is there already. Then what are the actions which are taken following the audits? What all actions will be taken following the audits? About that you have to speak. You can expect a question. Then you can say why organization should review their health and safety performance. Why from the last the reviewing of health and safety performance, you can expect a question like this. Why you should review health and safety performance, why it needs to be reviewed. So to make sure that whether organization is achieving their target or not, to improve continuously. Similarly, monitoring is also an important part, right? Legal objective is there, and also reviewing means it is a part of organization's accreditation certificate processes. You can mention. Then what else you can see? What are the issues to be considered in the review, or what are the key performance indicators? Key performance indicators for the health and safety, for the reviewing of health and safety performance. You can say key factors like key performance indicators like legal compliances are there, accident incident data, findings of safety surveys, audit reports, communication complaints, participation in consultations, objectives met, everything you can say. So these are the basic questions which you can expect from this element 4.